writing an erotica from the perspective of a female character, is there anything that would be efficacious to keep in mind? IDK how most women are but don't use common tropes I see in male written erotica. Sex isn't good because the guy has a big D** is filling. Psychological elements make it good too. I'm too lazy to give you specific answers, sorry. But don't solely rely on the guy having a big D**. Some porn staples to avoid. Quote, most women don't get too much about of having their N** psyched. Incorporating it is fine, but don't make her come from it or anything. Same for the guy *ing her with his fingers. Just touching the clit is much better, maybe even a combination, but not just in out. Many women enjoy either outright slow sex, making out, or at least a mix between faster and slow, not the faster J** hammering. Also the normal stuff. Amp up the pace as the story progresses, spend the most time on painting the character and the dynamic between the characters, then on the build-up, then on the foreplay, etc. If you want to make it extra relatable, include a fleeting thought about how she did not shave her legs, or she tells the guy she might still be spotting, only for him to not give a F** and ravish her anyway. Okay, so I'm thinking about a scene which might be problematic, but I want thoughts. After a short dinner, the guy walks her to her place, which is near, and then when she says goodbye, he grabs her by the neck, it hurts, and pulls her close for a deep kiss. She resists at first, but then holds his face and is into it. It's porn, man. This is nothing shocking or exceptional. A lot of women are into stuff like this, especially the gray area where it might not be rape and the protagonist does ultimately want it, but if it went down in real life it would still be weird and creepy. Seems fine. Just one suggestion, give the guy a backstory. The neighbor she has half-consciously witnessed and sometimes made small talk to for weeks. The famous friend of her brother's she's heard so much about but never got to meet. Her childhood friend she hasn't seen in 15 years. Women are suckers for a good backstory. It's only fine if he is incredibly hot. You have to spend time talking about how hot the guy is. Be sure to say he's a +8/10 guy and his name is Chad. She gasped, you've been living rent-free in my brain for some times now. Chad smirked, now I'm gonna live rent-free in this P** too much. I would read it, but I like reading trash. I'm laughing so hard I woke up my cat. I'm in love. Female Hands read this post. This is a good twist for an ending. That's why I like Jizz Hater. She puts Chad in his place and lets him know he can't have everything. I feel both weirded out and oddly validated by this. Too bad real life is way more F***ing awkward. Quote, I feel both weirded out and oddly validated by this. That's basically how most women feel about me. I just find you endearing. NGL. Too bad real life is way more F***ing awkward. How? Is it the guy being a D** about it? With my ex I tell him to tell me when he was close, so it'd just be awkward silence as I tug until he gives me a sign and I scramble to pull a tissue out. I probs just made it awkward and boring, nothing to be proud of, and the few times he didn't warn me I definitely overreacted and blew up on him. Honestly, I would just tell you not to bother with hand jobs and be **s to no point if you're not enjoying it. Quote, and the few times he didn't warn me I definitely overreacted and blew up on him. To be fair, you can't always get a warning. Well, I mean, I asked him to help me out when he wasn't up for things I wanted to do, too. Lots of compromises from both of us. Quote, to be fair, you can't always get a warning. Fucking bullshit. It takes like a second to tap or say something, no excuse. Quote, F***ing bullshit. It takes like a second to tap or say something, no excuse. Sometimes it just comes out, or maybe you were just so good he was lost in the moment. No excuse. If I ever get jizz in my hair again, someone is losing a D**. Quote, if I ever get jizz in my hair again, someone is losing a D**. Is it really that big of a deal, or do you just have really nice hair? You could just threaten to bite any future boyfriend's DS off beforehand, probably never bother you freebie again. I just find the idea of an impotently angry girl half naked with jizz in hair and her boyfriend cowering in fear rather hilariously adorable in a F***ed up way. I don't want to bite off any d*s, but I really hate when a guy doesn't give me fair warning to duck and cover. KEK. Guys know when the close-ish, right? I'm not asking for a perfect ETA ahead of time, I just want to have enough of a heads up to at least get the tissue. Quote, guys know when the close-ish, right? Depends on the guy. Also, I'm really liking this and coming soon feel almost the same. It always sounds like guy orgasms suck. Heck, they probably do. Won't change 'em for girl orgasms that need to be super comfortable and juggling with a minuscule spot of flesh though. Quote, need to be super comfortable and juggling with a minuscule spot of flesh. To can't speak for everyone, but getting off is easy and quick for me. ********************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************unless they literally have clinic problems. I mean, if I had to, I could probably get off without feeling horny, just no reason to do it. Most women I've met have thousands of things that make them become dry and need to start again. Weird. With my toys, the only time I have trouble getting off is if I'm anxious or interrupted. What about without toys? And when not masturbating but doing sex? Without toys it takes longer, but I don't take long enough to feel like giving up, and for sex it depends. If we're talking just vanilla PNV, I don't get off. I like the feeling, but an orgasm would sorta be like a bonus at that point, since penetration alone usually doesn't do it for me, but if I'm getting squeezed hard during sex and I'm using a vibe, I'm pretty much there in a minute. Quote, guys know when the close-ish, right? I almost always know when I'm about to finish. But I suppose not every guy does. Quote, do you like anything else? Like jogging? Not really, because I probably hate being sweaty as much as jizz hater hates C***. Do you like it? I probably won't gain that much from it if I go back to normal, but if I don't stop, I'll my S*** be strong, friend. I avoid buying junk food, so I don't have much junk food to eat. I take care of my feet, so I guess I honestly liked when he just wanted to play with my feet when he *********************************** off, because it took no effort on my end and it made him happy. It's when he wanted to finish on my feet that I was grossed out and usually said no. Okay, pose feet. Totally doesn't have fetish but just finds them sexy. The absolute state of foot fags. Why didn't I see the direction your questions were going? We're not even the same person. You'd make a bad detective. I don't need to be a detective anon to know talking about feet will attract awful attention. Quote, I honestly liked when he just wanted to play with my feet when he off, because it took no effort on my end and it made him happy. Is this a common sentiment with other women? I always felt guilty when my girl would get me off but not expect anything in return, even when I wanted to. Well, you probably shouldn't feel guilty. My ex-def should have though. I let him my feet like he liked, but he wouldn't indulge in my fetishes ever. That makes sense why you'd like swimming then. You can't see or feel the sweat. Quote, do you like it? I had times when I liked it in more, but I don't jog lately. It'd help if I lived somewhere not hilly and if I didn't make excuses. Be strong, friend. I avoid buying junk food, so I don't have much junk food to eat. Yeah, that helps a lot. I bought fruit and vegetables to eat instead, but I get really messed up from alcohol when I only have fruit and vegetables. But I'm not gonna be drinking anymore either, so I should be okay, I guess. We're not even the same person. You'd make a bad detective. Quote, do you like anything else? Like jogging? Not really, because I probably hate being sweaty as much as jizz hater hates C***. Do you like it? I probably won't gain that much from it if I go back to normal, but if I don't stop, I'll my S*** be strong, friend. I avoid buying junk food, so I don't have much junk food to eat. Quote, no, maybe I could go to an uncle's house that has a pool, but it's a little far away. I'd have to pay the toll and I don't know if I'd be violating that other city's quarantine laws. Yeah, that seems like a lot. Skeptical smiley face. Do you like anything else? Like jogging. Are you actually gaining weight? I ate unhealthy amounts of junk food every day for a week. Today is the first day I stopped. I probably won't gain that much from it if I go back to normal, but if I don't stop I'll F asterisk my S asterisk up. Quote, do you like anything else? Like jogging? Not really, because I probably hate being sweaty as much as jizz hater hates C asterisk. Do you like it? I probably won't gain that much from it if I go back to normal, but if I don't stop I'll F asterisk my S asterisk up. Be strong, friend. I avoid buying junk food, so I don't have much junk food to eat. It's disrespectful, bro. You have to shower if there is jizz in your hair, and that is 45 minutes of your time wasted. If you ask me beforehand, then sure, go for it. But don't surprise me with that S asterisk. You sound very young. I'm not gonna threaten to bite my BF's D asterisk off. That's pretty gross, not funny, and unkind. Some of the guys here sleep on the jizz, or C asterisk next to themselves in the bed sheet and fall asleep. I kind of doubt this is the audience who will appreciate your effort. The F asterisk are you on about? You do realize I'm talking to a girl famous for hatred of jizz. I never mentioned just causally shotgun blasting her hair just if it happened by accident. Also, who the F asterisk takes 45 minutes to shower. Quote, I'm not gonna threaten to bite my BF's D asterisk off. That's pretty gross, not funny, and unkind. Do you not understand the concept of a joke? Quote, makes the lame joke. You F asterisk s don't understand humor. Well, no, it's more that she didn't recognize it as a joke and thought I was being serious. Don't care if you find it funny. I do. That's all that matters in the end, and humor via text is hard. KEK. Guys know when the close-ish, right? I'm not asking for a perfect ETA ahead of time, I just want to have enough of a heads up to at least get the tissue. That. The F asterisk are you on about? You do realize I'm talking to a girl famous for hatred of jizz. I never mentioned just causally shotgun blasting her hair just if it happened by accident. Also, who the F asterisk takes 45 minutes to shower. Quote, I'm not gonna threaten to bite my BF's D asterisk off. That's pretty gross, not funny, and unkind. Do you not understand the concept of a joke? Quote, you'll never have your D asterisk cut off by jizz hater underscore. You plan to start a collection of D asterisk s. I don't want to bite off any D asterisk s, but I really hate when a guy doesn't give me fair warning to duck and cover. KEK. With quote, is pig related the screen that you are talking about? I can see that too, but I can sort of make out profiles from the pixelated pictures, and they always appear at the top of my pile. As if the profiles are shuffled cards I'm looking at. They get shuffled to the top. I think you two would look cute together if I saw you two walking down the street holding hands, but she does seem kinda extroverted. Have you found a way to swim with the lockdown? Coming takes less than a second, and you don't always know when it's gonna happen because the last few minutes are basically trying to not see asterisk. Relax, girl. KEK. That's why I like jizz hater. She puts Chad in his place and lets him know he can't have everything. I feel both weirded out and oddly validated by this. Too bad real life is way more F***ing awkward.